This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Well, today on An Hour to Give, you're going to hear me roar because everything today is about Giant Tiger. And Giant Tiger has been giving back to this community for 65 years in so many ways that you might just learn about today. And my very first guest today is my dear friend, Allison Scarlett. How are you, Allison?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having us here today. We're really excited.
It's so exciting. You have like the best job.
I really do.
Okay, so tell me what you do.
So I have the absolute honor of being able to share the Giant Tiger story and help Canadians understand why we are an amazing place to shop and discover and why we are so proud to be embedded in our local communities.
And
it's a great day.
You are embedded. Like and as I've gotten to know you over the years, I really realize how much you give back. And I love this story today because you're going to highlight, as much as this is about Giant Tiger, it's actually about, and you said, Sam, I want to make sure I highlight our partners, but I do want to celebrate the 65th anniversary of also giving back to this community. So give us a little GT history, a little Giant Tiger history. Take us back 65 years.
Well, 65 years ago, our founder, Gordon Reed, opened the very first Giant Tiger store in Ottawa's Byward Market. And his motto since day one has always been, when your customers are your neighbors, you want to do things right. And so since day one, he made sure that giving back to the local communities that we are so proud to call home isn't just what we do, but ultimately it's part of our DNA.
And you have all lived that. I know you obviously haven't been there 65 years, but certainly I see that over the years, how franchisees and from a corporate perspective, you're always involved in something. If anybody follows you on anything social media, you're not really talking about what Giant Tiger does, to be honest. You're talking about the community does and how Giant Tiger fits in.
We understand the place of privilege that we have when Canadians choose to shop us and spend their hard-earned dollars with us. Of course, we are proud to deliver the lowest prices every single day for what Canadians want and need. And we know that making that choice is important to Canadians. And so making sure that they're shopping at a retailer that is giving back to the community is so important. Of course, corporately from our head office, we make sure that the programs are there on a national level, but we also make sure that our franchisees have the framework and the support to activate at a local level. I love hearing the stories every single day of franchisees who are sponsoring a local Pee-wee hockey team because they made the playoffs, or are making a shirt for a child who had a great idea for a shirt that they'd like to see in the store, or who are serving pancakes at the local Rotary Club breakfast. And there are thousands and thousands of examples just like that that our franchise partners live every single day.
And quite honestly, with a lot of corporations that are going big, you've gone big, but you've managed to keep your feet on the ground and having that local impact. I think, you know, you mentioned some really good examples of that, but when I see a check and it's for $1,200 and it's to the local food bank that's literally down the street, you know that the neighbors that shopped there are also helping neighbors, and Giant Tiger becomes this conduit.
Exactly. And we get that it's those moments that have the biggest impact, and those dollars staying locally are making a true difference. As I said, we of course make sure we have national programs, but dollars being raised and staying in our communities is of utmost importance. And our customers respond, and they tell us that that's what is the most meaningful for them.
And Mr. Reed, I mean, I think back 65 years. I mean, could he imagine you'd be all over Canada? I think a lot of people in Ottawa think you're just in Ottawa still. But the reality is it's far-reaching across the country.
That is. It's true. And, you know, I often say that we are so wonderfully Canadian because we are so humble, which is nice, but we are this amazing Ottawa and Canadian success story. I'd like to think that if Mr. Reid were with us today, that he would be most proud that our foundation hasn't changed. It will always be about the lowest price. It will always be about making sure that Canadian families can stretch their dollar even further. And it will always be about supporting our local communities and our local franchises. And it's a simple recipe, but it is one that is uniquely ours. And I think that's a direct correlation to our success.
And I mean, I have seen the Giant Tiger logo at so many events in the city. You're very supportive at various events across the city, but it's the little ones, I think, too, that bring you just as much joy. Community partners that you're working with, we're going to meet a couple today. I think it's important for people to realize that you're very strategic as well, that you want to make the most impact in the city where the need is.
Yeah, we recognize that Canadians work extremely hard for their dollars, and when they make that decision to go to a store and spend their hard-earned dollars, participate in a charity campaign, buy a charity T-shirt, buy a charity tiger that you're going to hear about a little bit later on, they trust us to be responsible with their dollars, and that's not a trust that we take lightly. And so we know that our dollars have to go far. Our customers' dollars also have to go far. And I'd like to think that that's part of Mr. Reid's legacy as well.
Now, in terms of employees in the National Capital Region, because I know this number always blows me away, you share it with me probably once a year, what are we talking about in terms of not only people that are being supported by Giant Tiger through philanthropic interests, but also how many employees call Giant Tiger their work home?
In the greater Ottawa area, the National Capital Region, we have just shy of 1,500 employees.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So each one of them as well connected within the community and feeling that, you know, if it's they're heading out to an event, they know Giant Tiger might also be there. That must create a wonderful work culture.
It really does. We're proud to be an employer of choice, and we understand that providing those moments and those opportunities to live our shared values out in the community is so important. And I love that whether it's at the Chio Teddy Bears picnic and our team flipping pancakes, or it is out serving meals at Shepherds of Good Hope, our team members show up and they do incredible work. And I think that's something that we can all be really proud of.
I remember a couple of years ago, I was going to be hosting an event for Truth and Reconciliation Day and having this wonderful, important conversation with Indigenous leaders. And I wanted to wear an orange shirt. And where did I head? Giant Tiger.
Yeah.
And you do such a great job of giving a platform, whether it be Ride for Dad, Giant Tiger, Pink Shirt Day, International Women's Day. You're really there to show a little bit about what everybody's thinking about in the community, and they go to get their special shirt there.
We'd like to think that we are reflective of the things that are important to Canadian customers, and making sure that on days like Orange Shirt Day or Pink Shirt Day, Canadian families can go and show their support, and that their dollars can go to phenomenal organizations, and they don't have to break the bank to do it. I think that's pretty neat.
And talk to me about the plans for this year. How are we celebrating this wonderful, I don't even want to call you a corporation because you feel like a family to me, but it is a corporation. It's a very big business. But how are you celebrating this year in Ottawa?
We are celebrating in a very big way. We are doing tons of charitable donations to many of the organizations that have been our partners for many, many years. Our local stores are activating at their local level with parties in their stores. We have a phenomenal food bank bag program that's going to be activated, and just really it's inviting the community in for that party, but also making sure that that party extends throughout the community. We like to say that yes, it's our birthday, but the gifts are going to everyone else, which is kind of nice.
I love that. And Ottawa's celebrating their 200th, and you're celebrating the 65th. It's just a wonderful year of celebration.
It's going to be a great year.
And anything else you want to share in terms of how people can get involved And are you looking for new employees? How can we engage people with Giant Tiger?
I would encourage anyone who wants to learn more about Giant Tiger, whether it's how to stretch your dollars even further, where to apply for a job at a local GT or at our home offices, or just learn more about our amazing success story, to head on over to gianttiger.com.
And how long have you been at Giant Tiger now?
Oh my goodness. I've been a GT now for just shy of 14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. You and your team do such a great job. Now, I'm going to give you a little secret. So one time when I met Mr. Reed, I told him that we, of course, call it GT Boutique, and he thought that was pretty funny. And it's not the first time he heard that. And I said to him, what is the item that you sell the most? And he said socks. And I've always remembered that moment, that he was so proud about Giant Tiger and about the impact he's made in this community. What would you think he'd say about celebrating 65 years?
I think that he would say it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing time of growth and opportunity, but that we have never strayed from who we are, and we can't wait for 65 more years.
Oh, that's beautifully said. You and I took a flight one time.
We did.
And this flight, I'm still recovering. This flight was a couple of years ago, and it was for Dreams Take Flight. Giant Tiger, very involved in this organization that allows children that day away. And they may be coming from challenging home circumstances, medical conditions, lots of different reasons that this day away to Disney in one day is a special core memory for them. And that day really opened my eyes to what this community is about. How do you feel about that day?
I think that day was transformative, and I think that it is very core to Giant Tiger, making a big impact with what might seem like a small action or a small activity, but that has the ability to change the trajectory or the outlook of someone's life. And it's a privilege to get to participate in things like that. We believe at Giant Tiger that creating opportunities for organizations to have visibility is incredibly important, and we know the platform that we have to do that. So being able to provide an outlet for that visibility, but also fundraising dollars, is really special.
I often think about the Dream Take Flight, to go back to that for a second, because there was 5 children in our group, and all day long I just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all day long, and I found myself even the next day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making sure everybody got home safe and that it was a great day for everybody. Talk to me, we've only got about a minute left, but talk to me about the impact that you're hoping to make with some of the charity partners we're going to talk about today, but with this celebration this year.
So for us, it's about providing an authentic platform and opportunity for organizations to get out in the community and talk about what they do. That visibility is so important, and that education piece is so important. So we love partnering with like-minded organizations who are doing phenomenal things in the community, who are making that tangible difference. And it's really about celebrating their impact. So yes, we're celebrating a birthday. We're also celebrating incredible impact. It's kind of a nice way to spend a birthday.
It's the perfect way. Alison, Scarlett, thank you so much, and thank you for your leadership in the community.
Thank you.
It's very much appreciated. I'm Sam Laprade, and we're going to come back and talk more about the impact of Giant Tiger in this community. Stay with us on An Hour to Give.
They say life is measured in moments, but really, it's measured in beats. Every beat is a promise, a rhythm that carries us forward, even when the world feels uncertain. In medicine, we chase those beats. We mend them, we protect them, we fight for them. For 50 years, these halls have been home to pioneers. Visionaries who shaped the very heart of cardiovascular medicine. But it's not just the breakthroughs, it's the people. The everyday heroes who make every beat matter. We've learned that a heart is more than muscle and blood. It's memory, it's courage, it's connection. Our heart lives on in those we serve. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This is our story. 50 years of heart. And we're just getting started.
After a night out with your friends, not having a plan for a safe ride home can leave you in a bad spot. You could end up riding in a police car, an ambulance, or a hearse. These unplanned modes of transportation can be a costly choice and do not take you home. Your plan could include a designated driver, a taxi, or public transit. Drink responsibly, choose your ride, and have a plan for a safe ride home.
Visit arrivealive.org to find out more.
Well, when I think about impact in this community, I think about Giant Tiger. And when I think about impact in this community with incredible charitable organizations, I think about the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa, BGCO, and their fearless leader, Adam Joyner, is here. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
You brought a couple of friends along. We're going to talk about Zara first. Zara, what's your role at BGCO?
Right now, I am a staff at BGC, and I'm also an ambassador with BGC Ottawa as well as with BGC Canada.
Yes, and you have an important new title.
Yes.
And what's that?
That is, I was one of the selected Youth of the Years of 2025 last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We'll talk all about that. You brought another friend with you, Adam. Do you go everywhere with Friendly?
I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
Yeah, like moving forward, I think this is my new guy.
Right, and
Yeah.
I know Giant Tiger has been very, very generous over the years, not only with financial donations and partnerships, but also they get in there. They want to know about the programs that you do. Tell me all about why you brought Friendly along today.
Well, Friendly is a representative of all BGCs across Canada because the money that is raised from selling these wonderful plush toys, and they're actually very soft and very fun, will go back directly to impact programs and services, not just in Ottawa, but in other areas in our country. And so really excited to be part of that partnership on the national side. On the local side, Giant Tiger has been a partner of the club here in Ottawa for a really long time and helps us serve the thousands and thousands of kids that come through our doors every year.
And speaking of thousands and thousands of kids, I love meeting one great kid. And tell me a little bit about how you got connected to BGCO.
So I actually was, so the first day that I went into BGC was in the summer of 2022, I think, and it was a barbecue event that we do at the Tomlinson Clubhouse. So at the end of every summer, they do a barbecue event. And for me, that was my first day going in there and becoming a member. And that was 4 years ago. So since then, I have been a member and the staff as well. I started being a staff, working as a staff there in 2023. So I've been a staff at BGC for almost 3 years now. And last year, I was one of the Youth of the Years to just represent the clubhouse and represent the impact that it has made in my life.
Beautifully said. So proud of you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know, but the guy sitting beside you, he also started at BGC when he was a kid. And look at him now. He's the CEO, and that's Adam Joyner. And every time I tell that story, Adam, I get emotional because just to see the trajectory, and I've had the honor of seeing your trajectory over the last 15 years, and to see how far you've come and your commitment and passion for BGC, it's never, ever waned.
No, I mean, you hear Zara, and Zara's club is the one I grew up at. So that always is, it's special, right? It's when you walk into a club, it's a place that is a home for a lot of the kids that we, children, youth that we serve, and our main tagline is opportunity changes everything. And growing up at the club, the opportunities that I received made me who I am today. And if I'm able to give a fraction of that back to a youth, to give them the opportunities that I had, it's like a wonderful gift to be able to have that. And it's I heard you earlier talking to Allison, and you were talking about the dream job, and for me, this is my dream job, and my hope is one day that a youth will be able to take over for me and continue the legacy of helping kids in our community.
Maybe it's Zara.
Maybe.
Then we'll come back and chat. We'll come back. I'll be 800 years old, but we'll come back here and we'll do that. But Zara, tell me a little bit about some of the kids and youth that you get to interact with on a daily basis that do call BGC home.
It's amazing, I was there myself. I saw the impact that BGC made in my life, the staff, their interaction, the support that they give you, their mentorship. It's truly amazing, and now that I am one of them and I can make the same impact, the things that changed my life, the things that helped me, and BGC was like extra hands that helped me through a lot of things in my life. Now I can do that with other kids, and truly I'm very proud and I'm so honored to be able to make those changes in the youth's lives and the kids' lives, because that is the kind of changes that you want to make. And I am so honored and so happy that I can be one of those people that can make those small changes.
Comes through beautifully, yeah. And Adam, I think about when you and I worked together. I worked for BGCO many moons ago, and when I think about my very first days at the club, I knew about the work that was being done, and I thought, oh, that's cool. They play basketball and they do art, and you've got camp, you've got all these wonderful things. What I didn't realize that the basis of everything is leadership.
The basis of everything is leadership and its skill development, and I think. What people don't realize about a place like the club, and particularly the club, is everything is focused on delivering impact to young people. So you might just be playing basketball, or you might be in the arts and crafts room, or you might be, taking a swim lesson, and there's some wonderful things that happen in that. You're learning the skill of playing the sport or being part of an activity, but the intrinsic goal of teaching social emotional skills, and that's what comes out in our members. And a lot of the times, I don't know if you feel about the same way as I do, Zara, but a lot of the times young people, I remember being at the club when I was a young kid and didn't even know that I was learning things. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, I'm way better I was very quiet and shy, and all of a sudden now I'm okay talking to people. I know, it's a long time ago. Now you can't get me to be quiet. But the skills and the leadership and the development, you start at age 6 and you go all the way to 18 for some of our members. That's a lifetime of that's their whole childhood. And they're learning and growing in that space. And they become the future in our society. They become the next generation of amazing people that help our city continue to grow and learn.
And it's amazing, when I worked there, Zara, I remember feeling almost like a 3 o'clock high, because I would be working away and then I would hear, the kids are coming, the kids are arriving, they're talking about their days, and I would get, I would be elated to hear that. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I'm just stepping into the clubs and I literally see kids lining up just to enter the clubhouse. It's really amazing, because it really shows that it's a space that they want to go to, And like Adam mentioned, a lot of the programs like basketball or arts and crafts, they go in there just for doing the programs, but really there's so much going on behind. There's so much meanings behind the programs that you don't realize until years have passed and you look back and you're like, wow, that was amazing, and I didn't really know that. That was giving me what I have now. For me, for myself, I remember the very first arts and craft program that I went into, it was a painting program. That same painting is hang up in the clubhouse right now, and I have that in my room as well because I did my own. And the staff that walked me through that painting, so much mentorship, so much, a lot of friendly faces, And it's just things like that. You see that and you don't realize that there's so much meanings behind it, but then now years have passed and I'm looking back at that same painting and I'm like, wow, that was amazing. And maybe I'm making the same changes or making that story for other members that are in there. I run some arts program and I do some painting with them, and they keep it, and many years ahead, they look back at it and they remember those moments.
Cornerstone. It's a cornerstone. Yeah, beautiful. Core memories, right? And
absolutely.
what's a core memory for you?
Oh, there's so many. It's really tough. When I walk into the club, no matter what club what a club I'm in, I have a core memory that kind of comes from it. So, it has absolutely changed who I am as a person in such a really great way. It's integral to who I am today. And walk into the gym and I have all these memories of all my friends and but also the mentors. And a lot of the mentors are still my mentors now. So, to have the ability, the clubs, that's what's special about it. It's not a moment, it's a place that kids learn, grow, and become who they want to be. And the people there love them in a way that will always be there for them. And it's very special to so many. And core memories are just part of the daily job of being there. And it's a magical place to work, and it's a magical place to grow up. And it's free. And I think that's the other magical thing is, we take away the barrier of kids having to pay to come to the club in Ottawa. And, to be able to offer that and to give that experience is really special.
And a lot of that's based on the fact you've got partners like Giant Tiger, and you've got partners that are willing to ensure that no kid goes without, that if they want to walk through the club and have their life changed and maybe be the CEO someday, that's available for them.
Yeah, 90% of our funding for our in-club programs comes from fundraising. Mm-hmm. This community is integral to us surviving as an organization. We would not be here without our community that provides us the money and the revenues to exist, but also the expertise, the volunteers that come and help every day, the staff that dedicate their time, full-time jobs, and still work part-time for the club for decades because they love what we do. This place doesn't exist without partners like Giant Tiger, people that care, community that cares for each other, and we're very grateful. And it creates a place that all kids are welcome. And I couldn't be happier about it.
And you were mentioning friendly faces earlier, Zara, and ironically, friendly here is a big reason that the Giant Tiger's involved and giving back. We only have about 30 seconds, but what do you want to say to Giant Tiger today?
Giant Tiger, their partnership, I just want to tell them that it's partnerships like this that show youths that they're cared about and that there are people that will help them and there are people that care about them, and their partnerships will change their lives. It offers them those opportunities and those programs that will always help them in the future, and like Adam said, it will help them to be who they want to be.
Mm-hmm, beautifully said. And Adam, we don't know what the future is going to hold, but you've done an incredible job at BGC and creating partnerships like this and fostering them with wonderful partners like Giant Tiger. So it's wonderful to see you in this leadership role, and I just can't wait to see what you all do next. It's wonderful. We'll keep Friendly right where he is because we are coming up, of course, with more discussions about the wonderful celebration for Giant Tiger, celebrating 65 years. But guess what? The community gets the gifts. Stay with us on An Hour to Give.
Nazir Shervin arrived in Canada from Iran 4 years ago to study at the University of Ottawa.
I managed to get a study visa and get a financial backing from the university to be able to continue my studies at the University of Ottawa.
Iranian nationals like Nadiri have grave concerns about loved ones caught in the conflict between the U.S., Israel, and Iran.
Almost all Iranians support the strikes. They just basically want to get rid of this evil regime because they have not only waged war outside the country, but basically inside too, they've murdered like around 30,000 people. Like that is nothing that you can close your eyes to. Even the people who were more religious after the killings, they've kind of backed away from the regime. I believe the Iranian regime is trying to twist the narrative in their favor, and a lot of these protests are, I assume, are indirectly or even maybe directly backed and propagated by the regime, because
For Missouri, he can only think positive about the outcome.
What I feel now is happiness, so I have hope that we may finally be rid of this evil, and at the same time I am worried for everyone there.
For Rogers TV Community News, I'm Mike James.
And we're back on An Hour to Give, and I love this opportunity to share all of the great stuff that Giant Tiger is doing for their 65th birthday, because they're giving everybody the gift. They're giving everybody the gift of being in this community, and when you shop at Giant Tiger, you're supporting your community. And Allison Scarlett is back with a bit of a wardrobe change. Hello, Allison.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell me about this.
Well, I am modeling
Yes.
our International Women's Day charity t-shirt that we produced this year. We also have produced a sweatshirt as well. One of the things that I love about our International Women's Day campaign is that we partner with female artists to create the artwork. So every single year it is new art on our International Women's Day shirt, and it's really providing that avenue and that visibility and that voice for phenomenal Canadian artists. And we partner with local organizations to make that happen.
And you brought a friend this time. I love it. Katie Lydiot's here. How are you, Katie?
Good. How are you?
Great. And tell me all about the organization you're with.
Yeah, so I am the gallery programming manager at the SPOW Photographic Art Center right here in Ottawa. Although we are a local organization, we are kind of Canada's foremost photographic art center. So we kind of do four things in the community. We have a 2-year college diploma program in the photographic arts, which is pretty unique in Canada. We also have a number of recreational and kind of continued studies courses, workshops with high schools, the elderly, folks with Down syndrome, and then we also have a 6-month international artist residency and a gallery space. We're the only dedicated gallery space in the city that shows strictly photo-based or lens-based art.
Well, how fun is that? Yeah. Well, and I think that's one of the best parts of your job is getting to know all these organizations that you may not have ever, crossed paths with, that now you're actually partnering with through Giant Tiger. And so tell me a little bit about this artist.
So Katie found us a phenomenal artist in residence at SPOW. So why don't you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah, sure. So this artist, Ling Nguyen, she actually came through our diploma program, our 2-year college photographic arts program. And then she did our residency after. She's a wonderfully talented Vietnamese Canadian artist. She was previously a dancer, so I think that comes through in this particular piece. The artwork on the t-shirt and the sweatshirt here comes from her series Dandelion Dancers. And I won't speak too much on Ling's behalf, but I will say that this project is really deeply kind of resonant with International Women's Day and this campaign. Ling came to dance after some serious traumatic instances, and she found healing through dance and through movement, and then staged these meticulously crafted kind of dried florals in the studio. But they're still so whimsical and playful, and I think it's just evocative of how both things can be held in balance. Like, we can heal, but we can also play and have fun, and I think it comes through in her work, and I'm really proud.
How beautifully said is that? That was beautiful. I love that. It's so unique. And it's hard to do unique anymore because it feels like everything's been done. But this is a cool shirt. Like I would wear this shirt and like cool pair of jeans, you got your jacket on, you're heading to the Sens game or something. Like this is a beautiful shirt. So that must be important too, that not only are you representing all of that, but it's something people want to wear and they feel hip and cool.
Well, that's it. It is about providing that voice for a Canadian artist on a garment that is, hip to your point and very trendy, and that you can be proud to wear it for both reasons. One, because you are making a difference in your community, both raising funds for the Canadian Women's Foundation and their phenomenal grassroots programs that they run across the country. You can feel fantastic because you are amplifying the voice of a Canadian female artist, and you look great while you're doing it. It's a win-win.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. And I think with any artist, I mean, I'm not an artist at all, but I think the biggest challenge for many of them who I've interviewed over the years and friends of mine is you create something, but is anyone ever going to see it? Is it going to impact? Is it going to speak to someone? And so that's a wonderful part of the gallery that you work at.
Yeah,
talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think this partnership also has been just a wonderful opportunity to bring Ling's work to a broader audience. I think a lot of our grads are doing really incredible work, but like you said, often it's challenging. There are lots of barriers that artists face today, whether it's through kind of funding or access to opportunities, but I think Ling's been really working at her craft for a number of years now, so it's really great to be able to get out of also just our own kind of arts community or like our arts bubble and reach communities where they are and reach audiences where they are. When they go into a Giant Tiger store across the country, they're going to see this artist's work and learn a little bit about SPOW and what we do, and I think
that's amazing. And International Women's Day, I don't know how you do it, by the way, because you always seem to be, you're way ahead of the curve. You're probably working on International Women's Day the minute after the last one. Is that pretty close?
It's pretty close.
Pretty close. Yes, I knew that. Because to just even make all this happen and to ensure that it's intentional, that you're not looking at your watch going, oh, it's February 1st, we better think about International Women's Day or International Women's Month. You're ahead of the game. You're wanting to make these intentional connections in the community. And as we talked earlier about for even BGCO, it's one thing about the dollars and about the connection, but it's about the awareness too, right? And inspiring maybe the next artist around the block.
That's it. And so we recognize that we have this fantastic avenue to provide access to the artwork, but also access to learn more about arts organizations and learn more about individual artists. So when we create these programs, we make sure that across our digital platforms, we are providing information on the community arts organization that we have partnered with. We also make sure that we're providing information on the artist. And so we're really pushing people to these external websites and social channels to learn more and consume that information. Because we know that millions of Canadians are reading our flyer and they're visiting our website. And so to make sure that our programs truly are authentic and, to your point, very thoughtful, we understand the privilege that it is to be able to partner with phenomenal organizations like SPOW, and we want to do it in a way that is very thoughtful and curated.
And how did Ling find out? How did found out about this great? I would love to have been part of that moment.
Yeah, it was a really special moment, and she had to keep it a secret for a really long time, so that was really hard. But yeah, we hopped in a Zoom call with her one afternoon, and we said, we have this opportunity, and you never know how artists will take to being on a piece of merchandise, right? Like that sometimes can be like its own conversation, but I knew Ling would be an excellent person to approach with this opportunity too. She's just very open, like as an artist, she's so organized and good to work with. And yeah, she was thrilled. She shed a tear. She was just really grateful, but kept it a secret for almost a whole year, which is a challenging, that's a testament.
And now in over 260 stores across Canada, Canadians can head on in, they can check out this phenomenal artwork. They can buy a t-shirt or a sweatshirt with all of the funds going back to the Canadian Women's Foundation to make a difference, again, directly in their community through these phenomenal grassroots programs that they run. And if they buy a shirt, they get to get the little hang tag that tells them all about the artist, and then, of course, all about our partner organizations. So it's really special to be able to bring these programs to life.
That's incredible. I love that. And I know there's so many women leaders as well, including yourself, Alison, at Giant Tiger. What does it do internally for your culture to have that type of programming, that type of merchandise available where women leaders would say, I work for Giant Tiger, and be proud?
It is a phenomenal sense of pride and accomplishment that goes beyond a singular day and a singular moment. It is something that we are proud to talk about 365 days a year. And for myself, as a woman in a leadership position, it is something that I'm really proud to hold up. And then also tell future candidates coming into Giant Tiger all about. So it really does have a phenomenal halo effect.
And SPOW, how can we learn more about SPOW? Because I know Alison's like, I want you to talk all about SPOW too. We want to hear all about it.
Yeah, so if anyone is curious to know more about SPOW, I would suggest going to our website. It's just www.spow.ca. We have a bi-weekly newsletter where we post kind of anything coming up at our organization, whether it's a new kind of calendar of classes that we're launching, weekend workshops, new exhibitions, receptions. There's kind of always something going on, so the newsletter is a really great place. And of course, we're on all social media as well. And I will say something that's funny about SPOW is it really is a place where people kind of all ages and life experience come. It's a college diploma program, but actually our median student age is about 45. So we have kids right out of high school engaging with our programs, right up to retirees who are looking to dip their toes back into a new medium after retiring. So I think if anyone's looking to find a community, an artistic community in the photographic arts, or just in general, it's a fun place to hang out. That's where they can find us.
Because I think sometimes when we think about the arts, we think about painting, or we think about various other art forms. But I think you've brought to our attention today that this is something that is an option for people that are looking for something to maybe inspire them as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Anything else you want to share about International Women's Day and International Women's Month and how important it is for Giant Tiger?
I would say that International Women's Day, yes, it's a day, but it is every single day. Right. It's about celebrating accomplishments. It is about bringing voice to women in our communities. And it is something that I am so proud to get to be a part of. And I would encourage people to learn about art, learn about artists, head on over to our website and learn about this phenomenal organization.
Wonderful, beautifully said. Thank you both for joining me today. And we're learning all about the ways Giant Tiger is giving back to the community, such a unique way there. You're going to head to your local Giant Tiger and pick up a shirt for maybe a loved one or maybe yourself. When we come back, we're going to learn more about Giant Tiger and their philanthropic spirit. Join us on An Hour to Give.
They say life is measured in moments, but really, it's measured in beats. Every beat is a promise, a rhythm that carries us forward, even when the world feels uncertain. In medicine, we chase those beats. We mend them, we protect them, we fight for them. For 50 years, these halls have been home to pioneers. Visionaries who shaped the very heart of cardiovascular medicine. But it's not just the breakthroughs, it's the people. The everyday heroes who make every beat matter. We've learned that a heart is more than muscle and blood. It's memory, it's courage, it's connection. Our heart lives on in those we serve. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This is our story. 50 years of heart. And we're just getting started.
Join us for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV.
Well, I love talking about local impact, and we're going to do that right now with Samantha Zvinden. And Samantha's joining us now. Samantha, you've got a really interesting connection with Giant Tiger. Tell me what you do.
I am the current franchise owner for the Alexandria store in Alexandria, Ontario, and as of next week, I will be moving to the head office store in Ottawa on Walkley Road as the franchise owner.
That's incredible. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Yes.
Nervous, but I think this will be a good next step to take.
Why Giant Tiger?
It's actually really interesting for why Giant Tiger. I moved to Ottawa 14 or 18 years ago now and needed a part-time job, and the Giant Tiger in my community was doing a job fair, and I said why not, and I ended up there and just never left. It is a deeply big part of who I am, and just being in the communities and helping serve the community that we have is just something that I have always wanted to do and has given me the platform to be able to do that.
And when I think about all of the local Giant Tigers, yours included, they really do become a hub in the community for more than just getting that great pair of socks or that great pajama bottoms or something to feed the family. It really becomes that hub. Is that how you felt?
Yes. So the store that I currently have in Alexandria, a lot of my team members are actually ingrained in the community. Some of them have been working there for over 25 years, but they also support a lot of the different organizations that we currently work with, and they volunteer their time with them as well. So a lot of the times when we get involved in community events, it's also because it means so much to them, just on a personal level as well. So for me, it's just really nice that we can have a way to give back and to support where we are and where we've come from.
So it really is, and we talk about this a lot when it comes to Giant Tiger, the philanthropic side is built into their DNA. It's just the way Mr. Reid started it. It has not changed over this many years, 65 years of celebration and 260 plus stores, and then you think about all the employees, all of those numbers, but it comes down to number one, which is the customer. And we know that whether that customer is buying that item for their home, that could be just the same customer that a couple of weeks later walks in and asks to support the school team. So walk me through a little bit about why that's so important from your perspective.
Our stores serve communities, and our team members are part of those communities, but also the people, our customers who come shopping, they're part of our community as store members as well. So when we're helping in the community, when we're helping those schools, when we're helping those food banks, when we're helping whichever organization that we are supporting at that moment, we're helping a piece of our family at that same time. So we don't look at it as, it's an obligation. We do it because we care. Because these people or these customers, these organizations, they're a part of our lives and our family as well.
And it really is just a very different way to do retail. And I even find myself struggling to refer to you as retail. I mean, I know that that's what you do, but I do see you doing things so differently. Do you think it's a model for other businesses?
I think it could be a model for other businesses, but I think it's very uniquely Giant Tiger. It's Mr. Reid's brand, right? This is what Mr. Reid wanted for Giant Tiger when he created the business 65 years ago, is for us to be in the communities and to serve the communities that we're in. I think because we are such a community-based store or retailer that we are just incredibly successful at what we do, and we are able to have that reach and be able to participate in those family events, different organizations, different needs that the community needs.
And to your point, it's not about sitting around a boardroom table saying, okay, today we're going to be philanthropic. It is in those everyday moments. We saw through the pandemic how vital Giant Tiger was in communities, for communities that couldn't go any farther than their local store. Giant Tiger was there. I can't tell you how many times I interviewed Allison during that time because Giant Tiger was really the hub.
I mean, we have customers who visit us on a daily, sometimes weekly basis. We have conversations with all of them. They know my staff so well. They're such a part of my family. We're such a part of the community's family that when they come asking for help, or if they are coming to ask for a donation or just for our participation in some kind of event, it's not an ask. It's a, how can we help? And what do you need, right? And my team is so excited to participate and to help out as much as they can because it is such a big part of their DNA as well.
When I take you back to that job fair.
Yes.
If I would have said to you at that job fair, this job at Giant Tiger, this part-time job at the time, is going to lead you to be a community leader, what would you have said to me that day?
I would have said, not a chance.
Yeah.
It is so far from what I ever expected to do in my career and just in my life. I would not go back and change it at all, though. Giant Tiger, being with Giant Tiger, having the success that I have with this company and being able to help the community the way that we are able to help, it's opened up so many doors that I probably would never have been able to do on my own. I can tell you right now, it is so far from anything that I imagined that being able to do this and having this experience, I would never change it.
Are there community partners that were really meaningful, those moments? Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to where you really felt like this was the moment you realized?
Yes. So right now, we currently work with a food bank on a weekly basis. It is St. Vincent de Paul in Alexandria, and we support them in any way that we can. Alexandria is such a niche community, and I mean, we support 360 families that are recognized for food insecurity on a weekly basis. And I mean, that we're able to help them and support them, and that we're able to make their weeks just a little bit better by providing them the needs that they need. It's just so incredibly satisfying for us.
Fulfilling to give back to the community.
Yes, fulfilling, 100%. Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I get that. And we think about the leadership of someone like Allison, and you know, we're talking about the International Women's Day and all of the various alignments, whether it be something for children or seniors or prostate cancer, Ride for Dad. She did bid activation for Ride for Dad. How does that resonate with you in terms of knowing that there's such thoughtful discussions and thoughtful activations at the level that Allison's at?
I think it's incredible. I feel like we are able to reach organizations and communities that we would normally not be able to reach on our own. And we're providing so many opportunities for different organizations that they probably may not have if they didn't have a sponsor. So for us to be able to do this and to offer nothing in return, we do it just because that is who we are. I mean, it's amazing. It's incredible that we are able to do this.
And when you're hiring for your store and you're trying to find maybe the next team member that would, either replace somebody or enrich your team, what do you look for in those team members to know that this message that feels probably like a heavy responsibility to know that Mr. Reid started this and you want it to continue in that vein? What do you look for in those staff?
Just to be involved. So a lot of the times we just want to make sure that when we're hiring that they kind of understand the communities that we're serving, that we're here to help. We're not here for many other reasons, but we're definitely here to help, and that, when we're doing this, it's because we're doing it out of who we are and to help the communities that we're in, to further them and to make sure that they're getting what they need. I mean, generally, employees that we hire, they are from the community. They have been exposed in one way or another to what we do as a retailer, and a lot of the times they're able to speak to us about what we have done to help them or people that they know. So it's just an incredible feeling.
In your career, did you ever meet Mr. Reid?
I have, actually. So I did start 18 years ago in the head office store, and Mr. Reid used to come down at lunchtime every day. So I've had a few opportunities to speak with Mr. Reid. And I mean, incredible man, and always very community focused.
What would he think of your new role?
My new role, I would hope he would be proud and that he would be confident that I'm able to continue his vision and his legacy in any way that he hoped that this would be.
And what would you say to to anyone that's thinking about maybe making a move to Giant Tiger in whatever role? What would you say to them in terms of the culture, the philanthropic sort of outlook from this company?
I think that they would not be making the wrong decision. It is an incredibly fulfilling career, and what we're able to do just at a store level, at a corporate level, is amazing. And we're able to activate quickly when we need to help out a different organization or a community, and we are able to kind of cross those barriers as quickly as possible in order to give the need that anyone is reaching out for. So I think at the end of the day, it's incredible what we're able to do as Giant Tiger.
For sure, and I follow Giant Tiger on all the social media, of course. Yes. One, because I adore Allison, and I'm always wanting to see what Giant Tiger is doing, and she's just done such a great job. But I always think that Friendly is the busiest guy because he's at all these check presentations and keeping really busy. So we like keeping Friendly busy.
100%.
100%. We spoke earlier with the representative from BGC and the impact you can see that the philanthropic side of Giant Tiger has had on a corporation or a philanthropy organization like that. Give me a sense of what those when you heard that interview, how that felt for you.
It's incredible. So a lot of the times we are on the back end in the stores. We support, we give them what we need, what they need, what they're asking for, but we never really see the impact of what it really means to them. We understand that we're helping, we are doing it because that's what we want to do, but to be able to, watch that interview and see just how much Giant Tiger's impact has on an organization like that, it's incredible. We do it at a local level, we do it at a national level, and you don't realize until you see it just how much we're able to give back and help out.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining me, Samantha.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's great to have you here, and it was great to have all of our guests join us today talking about the philanthropic spirit and the constant community activations that are done by Giant Tiger, whether it be here in Ottawa, across the country. To all of our guests today, thank you so much, and a big happy birthday to Giant Tiger, celebrating 65 years of giving back to this community. I am so grateful for every single store in every single community across this city. I know every day you strive to help your neighbors as Mr. Reid would want it. Thank you for joining us.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
In a story we've been following on Rogers TV Community News, reaction from the Algonquin College Board of Directors' decision to slash 30 programs was met with strong reactions from students and faculty.
It was just a bit unfair that they would just do this, drop a bomb like this. I wish they kind of did it when everyone was on break.
Colin Mills, who runs the Music Industry Arts program at Algonquin, calls the decision by the board disappointing. and says it'll be difficult for students to find alternatives.
There's going to be some void to fill for training, and I think I think next steps might be looking at doing something like music industry arts elsewhere within the city, and try to keep something going to keep that pipeline of talent moving.
The program has been responsible for training technicians who have gone on to work in the music industry, including festivals such as Ottawa Blues Fest. Mills also says the loss of the program will have a negative effect on Ottawa in general.
I think the city is going to feel the impact of it. We provide a fairly solid pipeline of talent going into working in the cultural sector in Ottawa, and I think the city is going to miss that. And I think it's really unfortunate that the college had to choose music industry arts to